I got a feeling that you got me covered too. I got you covered. I got you covered.
Hi everybody, I'm not going to be terribly long today, but I figured out I had my equipment on and I thought I'd come on and just kind of check in, let you all know how I'm doing. I'm doing a little bit better than I was Thursday. I'm in a little bit better mood, but I've just been taking today easy. I still do not know what the next week is going to look like, and that's where I'm kind of like, I just got to kind of, like I said, like the title says, one day at a time. That's what I'm doing. I'm taking one day at a time. I'm taking every day as it comes, and I don't quite know what everything's going to look like. And I'm just having to kind of go, okay, we can do this one day at a time. And that's what I'm doing. So I figured I'd come on, let you all know how everything's going, how I'm doing. Hope everybody else is doing good. And I'm going to get through this literally one step, one day, one little bit at a time with everybody's help. And that's why I'm so thankful for all the support you guys have certainly given to me. It has been so I'm so grateful for it. I've just been kind of crocheting. I did get the devotions up, recorded last night. Last night I actually did 4 of them, and I got through to the 15th. And so if I have a little burst of energy later on today, I'm planning to do some more and get them kind of, caught up even more. We were supposed to go, Christina had a writing lesson and we were supposed to go today, and I didn't get the greatest night's sleep last night, and so then we were supposed to be up and this morning off to her lesson, and it was postponed till tomorrow evening. So hopefully I can go, because I have a blanket that I'd love to be able to give the lady that I made it for in person, and so we'll see. I don't know yet whether I'll be able to go to church tomorrow. If I had to choose between the two, I would, probably stay home from church so I could go, give the blanket, just for this occasion. But we'll just have to see. If I'm not up to going tomorrow, then I can't go, and I'm sure there'll be another day when I can get to give this blanket to this woman that has just really been so special to Christina, and I'm so glad I could do the blanket. So I've just kind of been taking it easy. And again, I just don't know what the week's going to look like. But if I can, I'm going to try in a little bit to get some recordings done so that maybe, at least if not today, by Monday we can be caught up. That's my plan. But we all know about plans, right? When you're having to take one day at a time, in the mix, it's not always easy. You can't, it's hard to sit there and plan. You just have to say, okay, I'm taking one day at a time. I don't necessarily like this. I would rather not have to do that. And you have to sit back and allow yourself time to just do that. You may not like it, but I think part of hanging in there is realizing that you're going to have days while you're hanging in there where you're sitting there going, not only am I hanging in there, but now I'm having to take one day at a time. When you're dealing with a chronic illness, you're also doing that. You're literally taking one day at a time. And you're having to say, what is my energy level and my strength? And sometimes you do have to push that. And you have to know your body enough to say, I can't push it. It's one of those days, it's a little more nippy in Ohio than normal around May, about Memorial Day. Hopefully I won't get dinged for that one. The tea is ready. And that's my mother's ringtone. And I just kind of did this whole live on a spur of the wind. And I didn't grab my phone so that if it goes off again, I'll mute. But I think that you have to realize that it's okay to say, I got to take one day at a time. It's okay to have to say, this isn't easy right now. I don't like the season of life I'm in. But you have to kind of get through it. And that's what I'm doing. I don't necessarily like the season, but I said to myself last night, Mary, you've got to push through some of this. And because I'm hoping, and it looks like, and I'm just mild hope, that this isn't getting to the point it was the last time I stopped the medicine, because I stopped the medicine last night. So we will see. I'm hoping my body will get regular and all of the hormones will get back in their places. Like I said to Josh, I'm done. I've cooked. I've had it. I'm over it. I'd like to just be able to kind of deal with the same stuff I'm used to dealing with and not have to deal with different stuff that I don't want to deal with. And the asthma's been flaring up a little bit. One day at a time. That's what we have to do, right? We can't push it. And I know that my whole algorithm, our channel and the algorithm on YouTube, is going to take a little bit to repair because we've been off. So my intentions, that's one of the reasons why I want to do a lot of streaming in June, because we need to get back in the flow again. And I think, let me look, I scheduled my birthday party. So the 1st and the 2nd of June is a Sunday and Monday. So we won't start streaming until the 3rd. But I am going to start putting those out there and scheduling them. Some of them, like at 2:30 in the afternoon, we'll have our Wednesday mystery wheel. We'll have that. I forget every time how to get rid of this. Oh, click this little button and it goes away. So the 1st and the 2nd is a Sunday and Monday, and I'm not going to stream on Sunday and Monday. I'm going to stream every other day in the month of June. I'll pick some 2:30s in the afternoon. I'll pick some maybe 7 o'clock in the afternoon. What we're going to do, and this week I'll go ahead and record it, we're going to do a video for the birthday giveaway. And it's going to be a $10 Hobby Lobby gift card with 2 soap caddies. And that will be the video prize. And then the night of my birthday party, at the end of the stream, we're going to do a $25 Amazon gift card. Now, if any other channel wants to participate in anything that they would like to give as far as towards the birthday giveaway, please reach out to us at blessedtocrochet@yahoo.com, and we will gladly certainly make that happen if you want to donate anything for the birthday celebration. We are also going to be helping a subscriber to this channel who is dealing with cancer. And if anybody's interested, we do have our P.O. box on our channel. She is trying to get 4,000 crochet hats made by the end of the year. And we would like to help her with that. So we're going to be getting some yarn and sending out our first blessing box, maybe a while before we can send another one out. But if anybody is interested in helping with that, if you do want to send any Hobby Lobby gift cards to the P.O. box, go ahead and write Janet on an envelope. Put the, put of course, well, no, excuse me. Put the Hobby Lobby gift card in there and just make note that this is going to Janet. And I'm sure she has a Hobby Lobby, and we could send her that with the yarn, and then she could go ahead and be able to accomplish her goal of being able to crochet the hats. Because yarn can be expensive, y'all. I have proof of it right now. Yarn can be expensive. So that's another thing, because we are going to do that in memory of my dad. My dad served 28 years, some reserve in the Navy, and he was a first-class petty officer. So we're going to try to contribute, if we possibly can, to her, to be able to hopefully accomplish that mission. And of course, it will also be a great way, I think, of honoring Patty, because of course she fought stage 4 cancer as well. So those are really good things coming up. I still have that review to do for that coffee syrup. I just haven't been able to do it, but I have every intention of doing that. And we're still going to do that project with the coffee filters. And so we've got some things coming up. I'm hoping that by June 3rd, my body will be back to normal, and so will I. And I can kind of get back in the swing of things and, be able to kind of get back to live streaming on a much more regular basis and having the devotions all caught up. And I really thank everybody. Hi, Lucy. I thank everybody for their understanding and patience. And I just thank everybody. Hi, 99 Midnight Gamer. I thank everybody that was on that stream Thursday, because you don't know how much I needed that. I really needed to talk. I needed a place to just... I didn't expect to cry, but I'm thankful it was a safe place. That I could kind of just, deal with what was kind of going on, because this has been extremely discouraging. Oh, I'm sorry. You ready to pull your hair out? I'm ready to pull my hair out too. I'm ready. Hi, Nancy. How are you? So tomorrow, if you all don't see me go live on the way to church, you'll know I just wasn't up to it. But I thank everybody for being there, because I think it's okay to say to people, hey, how are you doing? And it's okay to say, you know what? I'm just hanging in there. I'm just trying to get through. And then it's okay to literally take one day by one day. Because sometimes it's overwhelming, and sometimes within that day, it's just overwhelming to do one day by one day. Sometimes, it's awesome, Nancy. Sometimes you're just going, hey, you know what? I just have to get through this hour. I just have to get through this minute. And I think it's better if you can find support, if you're able to have the energy to reach out to that. But I've just felt like at least I'm not feeling guilty or beating myself up if I don't have the energy for this or that. Because I realize my body has been in war with itself for a month, you know, both physically and emotionally, and that can be exhausting. And I gotta have some time to recover. But I also have to build back my strength. And my strength is just in the toilet. It's not existent right now. And I'm doing what I can. I am crocheting a lot right now. I've got this blanket that needs to be done by July. But even if I'm sitting for like an hour, I'm trying to get up and walk. Well, you know what? If you can't stream, you can't stream. And you know there's a very valid reason why you can't. I would encourage that if you cannot stream for some reason, even if you're monetized, encourage your subscribers, go on your community tab and ask them, can you do me a favor? And I've kind of done that with you all. I've said, can you just go back and watch? And I even posted yesterday a little short of the first live, and I'm thinking, boy, we have come a long way since that first live. Oh, I'm sorry. But encourage your audience if you need to. If you're doing content and you have to, just ask them to please go back and watch some of your stuff. Maybe even post some videos, links to videos, and say, can you do me a favor and watch this? Get into, of course, Tuber Chat, which is awesome. And you can get into that and be able to ask people to do, get in with people that can do watch list. So do not beat yourself up if for some reason you cannot stream right now. Like I remember I was telling that story on Thursday. It was Thursday about that mother who was going through a divorce and she couldn't afford to go to counseling, but she went to her school's counselor and he helped her. And she said, I feel like a terrible mother right now because she was going through a divorce, and she said, I'm having to serve my kids. Sometimes it's just mac and cheese out of the box. Sometimes I put them in front of the TV so I can go in the bedroom and cry. We're not doing things like we used to be able to do things and so forth. And the counselor just flipped everything around and said, I'm sure you're tasting the mac and cheese, making sure the pasta is not too hot. And isn't it great that you're just trying to at least provide something for them? And isn't it great that you're putting them in front of the TV so that they can laugh and have some good time and enjoy themselves for a little bit while you go in the bedroom and cry so that they don't see your pain? You're a really amazing mom. And she said she learned a lot from that because she was taking the negative, but he was flipping it, or she was, I can't remember which it was, flipping it to a positive. And how often in our heads do we sit there and do that to ourselves? We beat ourselves up for things instead of saying, wait a minute. So, I've started to actually do that, and I've done it out loud. So if I start saying something negative in here, I'll repeat it and I'll say, well, wait a minute. Would you allow anybody else to talk to you like that? No. So how can you flip that to a positive? If there's a negative, there's always a positive. You have to look for it. Hi, Jeanette. How are you, hon? I got your email. And I will respond sometime this week. I'm going to probably do a little bit of a stream sometime in June. And I did tell people beforehand that if anybody does want to send a Hobby Lobby gift card to the P.O. Box, and I will make sure Janet gets it, or, would like to send anything, our Venmo is on our link tree, and they can just put Janet. I will make sure that that money is used to buy her yarn so that she can accomplish her goal of being able to do the hats for the veterans. Like a hammer, you break something or you can build something. That is awesome. I love that. That's exactly it. It's like, well, you can either break something with a hammer or you can build it. But sometimes we have to take the negative that we put in our heads and turn it around to positive. And so, like I said the other day when I was thinking, well, I'm hanging in there, kind of how can I turn that into a positive? And the positive is, well, all you can do is take one day at a time right now. Because looking past tomorrow, because I kind of don't know. I mean, with fibromyalgia as a whole, I can't always kind of know what my day is going to be like. But I can somewhat have a little better idea. What I'm going through right now, I can't tell you what's going to happen tomorrow. And so I'm having to, it's rough. I'm having to do this differently because I just don't know what it's going to be like. And I said to my husband last night, I said, I doubt they'll put me on another round. I've been on 3 rounds of it. It takes a while for the medication to work. And I said, I'm just going to have to plow through this and hope at the end of it, it resolves itself. And if it not, then I'll go, I'll call the doctor again. But I'm worn out. I'm worn out. And I think you get to a point, whatever you're going through, that you have to just say, okay, you're worn out. But I also know that I need to, get my little walker out of the garage and go for a walk and so forth. I know what it means to have a rough day. It's just, I'm not having a terribly rough day, and I'm not having a too painful day. I take my medication for my pain, and I've really kind of been on top of that today. I'm not really having a difficult day yet. I'm just tired. I didn't fall asleep till 3:30 in the morning, and then we were supposed to go. Christina got mixed up on the days for the lessons, and so we were supposed to go what we thought was going to be yesterday, and it wasn't. It's tomorrow. So and I don't know what shape I'll be in, but I'm going to go no matter what I can do. Listen, there's a diet I was on, and I would love to go back on it. Excuse me. I'd love to go back on it. I just can't afford the cost of it, but it was Optavia. And ever since I was on Optavia, I eat one meal a day, and that's it. The rest of the time, I just graze a little bit. I'll fuel my body throughout the day, but as far as a meal, I have one meal a day. So today I had sweet potato tater tots, some pickles, and we got these little sliders because I need to put more red meat in my diet, and Josh can't have a lot of red meat, so we don't eat a lot of red meat. But I got these sliders from what is it? From Sam's Club. And so I heated those up. I put them on an English muffin. It was delicious, with an egg and with some cheese and lettuce, and had 2 of those mini sliders with the English muffins. It was delicious. And that's what I had for lunch. I can try that. My iron, because of what I've been through, is in not the greatest shape. And I can't handle, a lot of people can't handle iron pills. But they do want to try me with iron fusions and see if that'll help. So I know once they start that, we'll see if I can tolerate that. And they said apparently a lot of people can tolerate that a lot better than they can tolerate the iron pills. So we'll see. It's just, you know, um, Patty passed in March, and my hormones went, whew, let's just, and of course, it's the halfway mark for my birthday. Still going to celebrate my 29th birthday on June 18th, but it's the halfway mark, and so of course my body's decided, well, let's just go haywire. And I start my morning off with a Premier protein shake. So I start my morning off with that. And another thing that has a great source of iron in it is Cheerios. So I had Cheerios with a banana as a snack today. So I just kind of graze. I try to do a lot of protein. And I try to incorporate protein in my daily thing. Now I was dealing with kind of like a little bit of a headache, which is not uncommon for me. And I had a little Coke. We have the little cans of Coke, and I had that, some chocolate, and that seems to have curved the migraine or the start of it. So I'm thankful for that, because and we'll see where I am at. And I'm just going to take it easy. That's all I can do is take it easy right now. But I know I do realize I need to, whether I feel like getting the hey dudes on and going for a walk, I may not feel like it, but I need to do it. And sometimes we don't feel like doing things, but we need to do them. So I'm going to try, and I'm going to go have my tea here shortly. I just thought I'd hop on for like a half an hour and let y'all know how I'm doing. And then I thought I would go, I'll crochet for a little bit longer, but about 8:30 when it's nice and cool outside, I'm going to take Josh and we're going to try to go out for a little walk. I know for me, not overeating really helps me to have energy. I don't overeat at all. Like I said, I have my one meal a day, usually somewhere in the afternoonish. And then I'll just graze a little bit, and I'll do a lot of protein. One of my favorite things to do is take cottage cheese and put cheese in it, and then mix that up. Maybe add a little bit of taco seasoning and sour cream and be able to have chips. That'll fill me up for hours because I'm doing a lot of protein with it. And so I try to find ways in my diet to add a lot of protein because that helps tremendously, of course. And try to get the water in. I'm watching your videos and listening to your devotions. Thank you. I hope that you enjoy them. I got 4 done yesterday. Yeah, I don't do a lot of milk either. I did 4 yesterday, so we're on May 16th. And hopefully I can do a couple more tonight. Recording-wise, it'll take me a little bit to edit them, but at least if they're done, then I'd rather be actually to the end of the month with the devotions and then be able to edit them. I did put up one today. I'll try to edit another one, but just see how the evening goes. Take that one day at a time. That's all I can do. It's it, and it's frustrating. I'm like, can I? It's just frustrating. And Alfonso's supposed to be on tonight. I don't know if I'll be able to do Alfonso or not tonight. We'll see. I think I'm going to go ahead while we're on tonight and go ahead and gift the memberships. As a content creator, we're allowed to do 10 memberships a month free. So I'll go ahead and do those. and do the rest of the 5. We usually do them on the second and fourth week of the month, and this month's been totally off, so it doesn't really matter, but we can do 5 more tonight. And those will go out to Michelle, Wounds of Wisdom, Awakened by the Looking Glass, Judge May, and Justin T. all got gifted memberships. So I figured out we'll get those rocking and rolling too, so I don't forget to do those with everything going on. And there's 2, just for those new people that are coming in, there's 2 memberships. There's a 99-cent one, just supports the channel. And then there is a $2.99 one, and that makes sure that the videos that we put out, any of the devotions or any of the videos, those are always sent out to the members first, and then they're open to the public shortly after that. So, but at least this way, the memberships got out. I knew those needed to get done, and I thought I'll pop on and just kind of give you all a heads up. I'm not going to stay on terribly long. I'm going to go have my tea. I may need to do a breathing treatment tonight. I cannot wait for spring on out of here. Get to summer. Get rid of all the pollen. It wasn't too bad on, what day was it? We had all that rain. It wasn't too bad because all the pollen was out. But I've been trying to stay inside because if it's not raining, it's not deeping out, cleaning out all the air. But I'm looking forward to the summer being here, and even more important, the fall. That's my favorite. I love my fall. I love my fall. I love my Christmas. I love the snow. Josh and I are not summer people, nor are we fall people, or summer people, and our spring people. I'll get it right. My favorite is fall because I never get tired of looking at the leaves. I guess because I was raised in Florida for way too long. And then the fall, and then, of course, I love the winter, which is weird coming from Florida. But one thing that I've started watching is Little House on the Prairie. Maybe I'm a little too old for that. But I just gone back, and I went back to the first one. I had forgotten about it. They did the first episode. And I thought, well, I'm looking for another series to watch while I work on this blanket I'm working on. And I was like, well, goodness gracious, I forgot how good that series was. Let's see if I can pull this over here for a minute so I can show Jeanette a little bit. This is one I am working on, but the one I need to finish really is over there, so I've put this one aside. But Janet, these are the ones I enjoy doing. These are my blankets that I love doing. This is my crochet work. You can see the hearts on the bottom. So this is my favorite kind of crochet to do is blankets. I love blankets. Absolutely love blankets. And that's one of 3 blankets that need to get finished. And then I can start working on my own patterns. And I'm excited to actually start doing that eventually. I was thinking I may end up actually doing a heartfelt hallelujah blanket. I think I'd like to do that actually. So how many times in life do we really have a hard-fought hallelujah in life? I think sometimes we do. Well, I'm glad. But anybody can do hearts or hats. I give them a lot of credit. When I do hats, I tend to make them really, really big. For some reason, I just don't. But these are the blankets I love doing. These are my favorite blankets because they can make them so personable. You put people's names on them. You can put, like if a couple is getting married, you could actually, put their monogram in the middle and put their wedding date and, or even put their names depending if it's not too long. And so I really, really love the blankets. Those are my favorite things to do. I'm going to ask everybody to do a favor too as well. If you go to our community tab, there's a channel shout out for Jones Stead Farm. That is Josh and mine cousin. It was actually one of his groomsmen in his wedding. And if you would please go to the community post on our channel and hit the subscribe button for their channel. They're just getting started on their own YouTube journey. I would certainly appreciate that. I will also be doing recording. Absolutely. And that if that's, I applaud you 100%. I just like doing blank. It's what I do the best. And so I think if we can do something good and we can do it and it's something that calls to our heart. I just love doing blankets because I feel like they wrap you up and they give you like a nice little hug. But if I will be recording an interview with Greenland Katie Quilter, she'll probably put that up at one point. So I'll be doing that on Monday. So that'll come out too as well. And so there, I think I'm starting to get back. At least I'm hoping I'm starting to get back. I'm ready to get back. I'm just ready to kind of go. I send blankets to the veterans home. That's wonderful. That's absolutely wonderful. There's actually a pattern for a United States flag. I have a pattern for that. So, do you send them to veterans homes within your own? Do you mail them out to veterans homes? Or do you deliver them in like your own local area to a veterans home? But I'm gonna get there, guys. One day at a time. Right? So I'm going to get off here and go enjoy my tea. But we're going to take a moment. Yes, I do, and I deliver them. I'll have to think about that because I do have a pattern for an American flag. Hi, Alfonso. I'm doing a live now. I know you're doing a live later tonight, but I do not think. Hi, Brandon. How are you? I do not think I will be up to a live tonight. I know you're doing one, but I just don't think I'll be up to it. And hopefully next month I can get back to having a regular, being able to have the energy for stuff. I just kind of been taking a little bit of time off because I've been trying to get my body well. But anyway, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do. We'd love to have you here. You don't need a crochet hook to well, thank you. I'm trying to get back to lives. For those that don't know, for those that are coming on in, my aunt passed away in March of cancer. And then my husband's grandmother had some health issues. She's 95. I winded up in the hospital with some female department issues that are trying to resolve themselves. And then my husband's grandmother's sister passed away. We're actually going to her memorial service on the 7th. So that's been everything in the past 2 months. And that's why you probably haven't seen me as much as I usually do, because it's been a heck of a past 2 months. It's been a lot, and a lot has hit the fan, and I've been through a lot, and just trying to, yeah. I said, I'm trying to just hang in there. I'm trying to get through, and I've been on 3 rounds of this specific medication trying to get my body back in check. And now I'm off of it. I took my last pill last night, so I don't quite know what that's going to look like now. It may look different than the last time I came off of it. So we'll see. And I just may have to get through it, and hopefully on the other side, everything will work itself out. Yep, and that's what I'm doing. But we are in the month of June. It's my birthday month, and I am planning to do a live every day except for Sunday and Monday. And you could probably see that there has been a birthday scheduled live for the month for June. I scheduled it for June 18th, which is my birthday. So we're going to party, and I am ready to party. But we're going to take a moment just to thank our members. It's never expected. It is appreciated if you're able to support the channel. But at the very end of it, it says, Elvis says, thank you very much. And so I thank you very much for showing up and being here and supporting this channel. And of course, just remember at the very end, it also talks about our blessed disco balls that were, the saying about the blessed disco balls. And so that's another reason it's put there. So if you're not able to be a member, totally understand. We're just grateful for you're supporting the channel. We thank you for watching our content. And this is a way to kind of thank everybody for contributing in their own way. We're so appreciative of everybody. And it gives us an opportunity to dance for a minute.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I don't know if I did that. I'll have to change that. I realized I named them wrong. I just noticed that, and I'm going to have to rename them. Well, that was nice to know. See the things you learn? You learn stuff, right? All right, that should be right now because I clicked on the wrong one. I know you do. And Alfonso, if I won the lottery, I'd make sure you had one like Scott. I would do it absolutely. Now, did I have it right? Yep, now I have it. I had it wrong. So now I fixed it. And I am going to sit down and figure out this whole... I'm using Streamlabs, but I need to figure out how to use Streamlabs Ultra and be able to put the chat up so that you all can see and be able to put the comments up. I know there's ways to do it, but I just haven't done it yet. Because it's been a minute. And I need to put Scott's happy birthday up. I recorded that. I just need to put it up. I remembered that just now. I gotta fix that too, because if we have a birthday in the chat, I gotta be able to play Scott's happy birthday. So I'm gonna go enjoy my tea. I've been watching what is it? Little House on the Prairie, and realizing, well, I'm gonna go work on my other blanket over here. I'm realizing that, you know what? It's just a good show that just has good content, and it's just something I haven't seen, and I've forgotten a lot of it, and I'm just thinking, I was, kind of watching it thinking, you know what, we have it so easy compared to even, I know it's Hollywood stuff, but just, the fact that we have running water in our house, and we don't have to go to the outhouse, and all the stuff that they had to do, and they had to work, and they didn't have a washer and dryer, and all these things that we sometimes, when we throw in our laundry, we need to remember that we should be so thankful that we have one, because there's people that just don't have the luxuries of all that. And it's a good reminder. It really is, to be thankful for what we have and how the Lord has blessed us. And I just actually really have been enjoying it. And, it's just been one of those shows I'm thinking, certainly haven't seen this in a coon's age, so let's just go ahead and watch it. Tomorrow, if you will see me, I will be on the way to church if I'm up to it. You may see it twice. I may do, if I go to the church tomorrow and then come home and then we go to see Christina, then maybe I'll do a little live on the way to go see her. I won't be driving, Josh will, but we'll see. One day at a time, that's what we're doing. But I can encourage you to make sure that you do one day at a time with support. It is so important to crochet that connection. So remember to be proud of being yourself, because everyone else is taken. Remember to crochet that connection. No crochet hook required. And we have you covered. Thank you so much for having us covered. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye, everybody. And have a good night.
So proud of being me.